I'm Steven Viscusi. I'm an executive recruiter. Yeah, I'm a headhunter, the host of my own radio show, On the Job. I'm also the author of 2 best-selling books. I have some very controversial ideas on how to find a job, and I can tell you how to keep it. That's the secret that I'm going to teach you. I own one of the leading firms in New York City. We work globally in placing everything from a CEO to a secretary. It's always amazing to me that the people that are fired tell me they're surprised or they're shocked that they lost their job. They're shocked. It's because they're out of touch with their boss. It's about who you are as a person. It's that chemistry, that spark. That's what I'm going to teach you. That's my method. There's nothing better than I like to hear when one of my candidates calls me up and says, Steven, I got the job. Take the gum out of your mouth. No one's going to hire Big Paulie. You have no email address here. That makes you a dinosaur today.
So I'm on good terms with all my former employers.
And yet you're not working for 8 months. Right, listen, every boss hates to fire anybody. Even the meanest boss hates to fire anybody, but it's easy to fire somebody that you don't know or that you don't like. So let your boss know something a little bit about you personally. Maybe how many kids you have, what you're doing, what's in your family. And it's also time to clean up that Facebook and all the things that are out there. And nobody wants to hire Blondie at AOL.com or Hot Stud at Yahoo. So change those email names to the normal names that you should have.
Career advisor Steven Viscusi believes that office romance is okay.
Work is like the best match.com there is. That's where we spend most of our time. We have the most amount of interest with our fellow coworkers, and we can fall in love at work. And guess what? Most people do. Well, I finished a pilot for A&E. The working title is called The Job Whisperer. It's a 1-hour episode. We go each week to a different city and we find 2 people in each city that are unemployed and give them a total makeover.
Let's bring in Steven Viscusi. He founded the Viscusi Group, an executive recruiting firm in New York.
Listen, we're going to find out in a couple of months that the recession has ended. It's time to treat people like people again, get people back to work.
Steven Viscusi, radio talk show host and author of the book, Bulletproof Your Job.
Career coaches are for sissies. We want to teach our kids as being #1 is the most important thing. Thinking about morality. When I talk about this in my book, I have an entire chapter in Bulletproof Your Job dedicated to in-house texting. That company is paying for your BlackBerry. They own it. And in the case of the cops, the Supreme Court is going to explain to him that they don't care about his cheating on his wife, but you can't steal messages from your company that belong to it. So he's a cheater and an idiot.
How do you make yourself more valuable to your employer?
By working harder and being there, being at the job and showing that you're concerned. It's not the time to be difficult, to be complaining. But people will go out of their way to keep employees that they like because they know them and they like them. It doesn't matter how good the job is. The chemistry is very, very important. Don't overlook that. I don't need to be liked and I don't need to be loved. They call me the Tony Soprano of headhunters. Time magazine calls me Mommy Meets Machiavelli. Liz Smith said the financial crisis wouldn't happen if all those financial people would listen to Steven Viscusi. Listen to my method and you'll land a job. No questions asked.